Hello, my name is Nazareth Bryant. The different kind of subconscious troubles that black and brown people face living in America and passed down traumas within the mind as a black person in America. When you encounter a white person, there is a certain feeling that you get in your chest, not because you are trying to be racist or anything, but because the past residue left in your bloodline due to centuries of bondage, violence, racially discriminated against, and being treated as something other than human. My point is to inform you of post-traumatic slave syndrome that is has an effect on black and brown people across America. As an African American, if you walk into a room full of white people, how would you feel? What would you think? What of belonging would you feel, or something different? This subconscious feeling you have in the presence of a white individual is a feeling developed from post-traumatic slave syndrome, the feeling that something is wrong or the feeling of being in the wrong place. I learned that African American people have developed these kinds of feelings due to the oppression of enslavement for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. I would like to inform you that these feelings are still prevalent today. They are seen in black and brown communities and in the continuous fundamental thinking of black and brown people. This syndrome can be seen through several different sources. Joy DeGroy is an author of the book called Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. This book is written to inform the reader that black folks and white folks still deal with some issues that were present during slavery but are also existing today. This syndrome can be seen in job opportunities, whether what individual qualifies for the job because of where he or she is from or what community they live in. The way a black person talks, he talks white, is a phrase used to describe someone who is not white when they are talking of intelligence, as in a person that's black cannot be intelligent as a person that's white. As found in www.sharp.com, health news / understanding post traumatic slave syndrome, Dr. Monica Hinton, she is a behavioral health therapist at Sharp McDonald Center and the president of the San Diego chapter of Association of Black Psychologists. She examined that the syndrome may cause people to avoid certain places, people, or activities and events that may remind the individual of the trauma or experience from the past. This may cause people to appear emotionally numb, also called vacant esteem. This includes the feeling of hopelessness, depression, and a general self destructive outlook. She states that black people may be hesitant in getting medical help for post traumatic slave syndrome because of the mistreatment done to black folks in the hospitals and different medical fields. Syndromepedia.com, a post traumatic slave syndrome, is a website that gives the exact definition for what post traumatic slave syndrome is. It says that post traumatic slave syndrome is characterized by symptoms with an onset after an exposure to a major traumatic stressor. Such disorder originates since the century of slavery, most commonly in black individuals that are affected. In the past, they have been active participants in domestic, community, and war slavery. Now that you have learned what post traumatic slave syndrome is and how it is still heavy around America today, there is still room for lots of improvement. While post traumatic slave syndrome here in America, we as a country can find much better ways to uncover this prevalent issue today by having wider discussion of it. This issue should be taught around every school around the country so that it is easily identified in the everyday life without knowing how to treat this problem yourself. This problem should be talked about amongst everybody within schools, every teacher, every faculty member, every student. There should be a constant discussion about what is going on around our country. In my point of view personally, if everyone took the time to understand and look into the issue of post-traumatic slave syndrome today, this will make the United States a much better country. This will be working towards developing better jobs for black and brown community, the better developing better businesses for black and brown communities, and better production for black and brown people. This will be working towards getting rid of the current racial issues, the current racial politics, the current racial things that go around in this country by understanding the history of this country, by understanding the history of black and white folks within this country due to post traumatic slave syndrome. Thank you. Thank you for your time.